Okay, so we are live, you guys. Our objective today is going to be solving one-step equations. Okay, write that down. Solving one-step equations. Write this down. Always do the opposite to both sides. To both sides. You have to show your work. I understand that some of these, like number 2, you could probably do in your head, but you have to show your work. It's super important to show your work because someday, next week, you're going to be able to do problems like this. You will. But I have to teach you how to do it, okay? You will. So, if I take a look at example 1, what I want to do is get x by itself. It says solve for x. So, to get x by itself, I'm going to get rid of the numbers around it, okay? Get rid of the numbers around it. So, I've got x subtract 3.2. So, I'm going to do the opposite. So, instead of subtract 3.2, I'm just going to go plus 3.2 because that'll cancel it out, right? And then on the other side, so do it twice. To keep it balanced, we're going to go plus 3.2, okay? You need to show that. Okay? You close the one, please. Thank you. Okay, so do it twice. You need to do this. I will not count it unless you do. So now what happens is negative 3.2, positive 3.2 cancel each other out, right? And all you have is x on this side of the equal sign. And then you're going to add these. Let's see, that's 10, 18, I think it's 19. That's my answer. Thumbs up? Okay, good. Thumbs up, good. Now, if you're confused, please ask. Let's keep going. Now, 3q. There's an invisible times sign, and we don't write it because we don't need to. So if you have a number and a letter together, they're multiplied. That's 3 times q. Okay, ever see that? 3q means 3 times q. But if we want to solve for it, we do the opposite. So what's the opposite of 3 times q? Yeah. Divide it. Now here's how I want you to show the divide by. This divide by, see this divide by sign? That's a divide by sign. Divide by 3. And you do it on both sides. Divide by 3. Okay. 3's cancel. Right? 3's cancel. 3 divided by 3 is 1. And I have q equals 12. How's that? Thumbs up? Fractions don't scare me, and I do know that if fractions scare you, then buy a calculator that does fractions, okay? So it's y plus 2/3. What's the opposite of y plus 2/3? Shout it out. Plus 2/3 is the opposite. Minus. We're going to go minus 2/3 because that will count, but we do it to both sides. Okay? Cancels it, right? Well, y equals 5/3 minus 2/3 is 3/3, right? Or what's 3/3? 1. Okay. Thumbs up? Okay, good. Example 4, 12z. They're together. That's 12 times z. Does that make sense? You don't see the times sign, it's invisible. 12z means 12 times z. So it's the opposite of 12 times z. Divide. And here's our divide by sign, right? So we divide by 12 to cancel it, but you have to do it twice. You got to do it on the opposite, so you do it both times. So you do it both sides to keep it balanced. Now, 4 divided by 12 is not 3. 4 divided by 12 is not 3. 4 divided by 12 is not 3. In fact, it's 1/3. It is 1/3, so I can reduce it. Or you can go, I don't care if you take a decimal. If you want to go clear, 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 clear. If you go 4 divided by 12, you know, points for repeating, but I like 1/3 better. Okay. Example 5. Same process. It's p subtract 4. What's the opposite of subtract 4? Easy, right? Plus 4, right? They cancel out. Minus 4 and positive 4 cancel out. P equals negative 4. Negative 12 plus 4 is negative 8, right? If you have a difficulty with things, you can use a calculator in here. You could always go negative 12 plus 4. You can use a calculator, or, you know. Okay, now x is on the other side, but that's okay. It's okay if it's on the other side, right? We just have to solve for x. It's on the right-hand side. So again, I'll go minus 20. Go minus 20. Okay? Because it's x we want to find. We want to find the value of x. Cancels, right? 17 subtract 20 is negative 3. Some kids like to write it like this. I don't care. I'll take either answer. Either negative 3 is equal to x, or x is equal to negative 3. Okay, listen. I'm as nice as Bailey. Bailey's as nice as me. Didn't we say the same thing, Bailey? Right? We did. We said the same thing. So, negative 3 is equal to x, or x is equal to 3. We're saying the same thing, right? Okay. Okay, example 7. Point 2x, they're right next to each other, right? Point 2, there's an invisible times sign. So we're going to do the opposite of times by point 2. What's the opposite of times by point 2? Divide. And you may use calculators in here. I am not a teacher that will not let you use a calculator. You may use a calculator. If you want to go 5 divided by 0.2, that's fine. There's 25. You do not have to do things in your head. This is not middle school. You can use a calculator. If you don't have a calculator, you probably want to buy one, okay? Or use your phone, okay? Just turn your phone off so it's not Landon calling randomly, okay? I will answer Landon's calls, though. Poor kid. Okay, now this one's different. Let me rewrite it a little bit better because I'm not much of a typer. I'm kind of, but this is really like W divided by negative 4, okay? So the answer is not 2. The answer is not negative 2. It is not negative 2 because this is W divided by negative 4. So we do the opposite. What's the opposite of divide by negative 4? What's the opposite? So we're going to multiply, and I'm going to just kind of do it like this. I'm going to put it next door because we know that if they're right next to each other, there's an invisible times, right? So I'll put my negative 4 here. So I'll multiply on both sides, and this will cancel. Negative 4 over negative 4 makes a 1. And then we'll have W equals, 8 times negative 4 is negative 32, okay? I'm going to turn the page, okay? Everybody good? Am I going too fast? Okay. Okay. Number 9. So how many degrees in a triangle? How many degrees in a triangle? 180? 180. So my equation would be x plus 20 plus 80 plus 30 equals, what's it equal? 180. Good. 180 degrees in a triangle. Now I've got some, I got to tidy it up. I've got to tidy it up. So to tidy it up, I'm going to add all these numbers here, right? That's 20 plus 80 is 100, plus 30 is 130. So I'm going to really go x plus 130. So I just tidied it up. I didn't do any solving. I just added those numbers. Okay. Now, same process. This is x plus 130. We'll do the opposite. We'll go minus 130. Minus 130 cancels. We'll have x equals 50 degrees. So therefore, this angle is 70 degrees. What did I do? This angle is 70 degrees. What did I do? Yeah. 50 is x. Yeah, good answer. Okay, how about example 10? How many degrees are in a quadrilateral? Yeah, so I'm going to go 120 plus 100 plus 90 plus x equals 360. Or whatever order the angles go in, And I'm going to tidy it up, right? 120. Let's see this. 220 plus 90, 220 plus 90. What's that, 310? Yeah, 310. So I tidied it up. Plus x equals 360. I'm going to do the opposite. Now this is kind of weird because there's like a pause of 310, so I go minus 310, minus 310. Okay. Last one. Last but not least. The area of a rectangle. So I'm going to draw a picture. I like pictures. So the area is 128. The width is 12.5, but we don't know the length. How's that for a picture? We know the width, the length. So it says write an equation. I know how to do this, but I want to write an equation. So how do you find the area of a rectangle? Anyway, how do you find the area of a rectangle? Yes, Mars?
You multiply the two sides.
Yeah, length times width, right? Yep. Okay, so I'm just going to go 12.5 times L equals 128. Okay. And I said times because there's that invisible. So I put them together. Number and letter, it's multiply, right? You just don't write the invisible times. Okay. And then solve it. What's the opposite times? We're just going to divide by 12.5. Divide by 12.5. Cancels. L would equal, I don't know. That's probably 10, isn't it? 125 divided by 12.5. It's got to be 10. Come on. Of course it's 10. Okay. So, homework. Here's your first homework assignment, okay? Aside from your syllabus, we're going to go to page 6 in your journal. Go to page 6. And it's 1 through 10 for a B. 1 through 10 for a B. But nobody wants a B minus. So give number 11 a try. That's the extra, okay? All right. We have about 15 minutes. I have an exit ticket at the end with the last 3 minutes to go, but I want everybody to start working on this, okay? That way your homework gets done in class. So if mom and dad ask, did you get any homework today? You say, yeah, I already got it done. You can show it to them, right? Okay.